What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Import Modify. We got to continue on with this SRT4 in order to get it started for the first time. So next list of things that we got to do is up in the cabin area. We got to get stuff put back together. We got to get things wired back in. We got to get the skim module transferred over. The steering wheel that's in there is half together, missing pieces. It's painted. So donor car is where I had to go. I already started ripping parts out of that thing just to get everything prepped and ready for you guys, so when we do this episode I can do things seamlessly and I don't have to go back and forth. That's kind of like the pre-planning stuff that goes on. So yeah, we got to focus on the inside of it, and that is the main goal on this episode, is to get things squared away on the inside. And as you can tell, yeah, it's missing some pieces and it needs some work. We got wires hanging out everywhere, and typical clapped out SRT fashion, we got to get these things taken care of and get this thing right and get it back to import modify standards. And I've been doing a lot of research too on these SRT4s because I want to be more up to date with the information and people's setups and kind of how these cars are put together and set up. So a lot of forums, people talk about stage 3 with toys, stage 2 with toys, and I'm like, okay, I just thought, well, toys is probably like boost controllers and aftermarket stuff like that. Well, it turns out it's actually a factory piece that fits in the center console, and it has like a boost controller dial, 1 to 3, a 100 plus octane switch, and a intercooler sprayer switch. And they wire into the factory ECUs, either stage 2 or stage 3. So I was like, well, damn, that's dope, man, and that's factory. I want that. Started looking at prices on that, and man, they're all over the place. Like switches, you can find those cheap, but you find the full setup. I found like a full harness with the switches, and the guy wanted like $1,500 for it, and that was on eBay. So I guess they're worth a lot. But I just started grabbing stuff out of there, and I was like, man, I really want toys. That would be cool, man. Like, but $1,500, dude, that's way too much, man. That's wheels and tires, huh? So I started digging through the car, getting the shit out that I needed, and lo and behold, guys, I don't have to go buy it. I already got it. Dude, this is a come up, man. This is a come up. Didn't know what it was at the time when I took the engine out because I had no idea, and I forgot about it. And doing research on this and allowed me to find out about this, and lo and behold, guys, this car already had all this set up. So I just gotta get the harness out of that car, because yes, it has the harness in that car. So I gotta fish that harness out and wire this thing in, and I have stage 2 with toys. Ha! How cool is that, man? That's a come up, dude. I told y'all a couple episodes ago, I believe, I called it the SRT4, the gift that keeps on giving. Man, dude, I can't be happier, man. This car has been a come up. Yeah, sure, I had to put in the work, but man, I got some good parts out of this stuff, man, and I can't be happier. And that donor car, man, I bought that donor car running. Yeah, leaks everywhere. Y'all know the condition of it right here. Yeah, I bought that car for $700, dude, and I got all this stuff in it, dude. That's a come up, man. Now that was pre-COVID, but anyway, I'll show you guys real quick the harness too. I started pulling it out. So here's the harness to it, and they got it routed through this hole on the side right here, up in there. So I gotta figure out how they routed that and precisely pull it out so I don't damage anything, and I can wire that thing in, and I'll just look on the interwebs and see how it all connects, and we're gonna have factory stage 2 with toys SRT4. Here's the old steering wheel right there. So I need to work on the center, well, the steering column area first, pull some wiring out, develop a game plan, and go from there. Let's do it. All right, I forgot to mention, guys, that I took the shifter assembly out of the donor car as well. It's got the little Viper knob on it and everything, and it's in way better shape than what's in the car, because the other one is painted right here. So to start with, I'm just going to take that out and compare the two, make sure that this is factory or not, and we will mount that in. And that'll be the easiest thing to start with. So let's just go ahead and knock that out, then we'll work on the wiring. Oh, this just gets better and better, man. Look at this connector. Now it's supposed to be a plastic connector, like, oh, look at that. Man. So they super glued wires individually on this combo switch. And then when I took the tumbler out, the part of the center guts fell out. So it's a good thing I took all that out of the donor car. So I'm gonna have to cut pigtails off the donor car and fix all this hacked up wiring. It's very, very fortunate that I did buy a donor car when I bought this car, because I'm actually going to the donor car quite a bit. So let's go ahead, get those pigtails off, and let the soldering commence. Alright, so ran into a little bit of a problem with this harness right here, and this donor car harness, the connector itself is brittle and broken on the end right there, so this will not work. I need this connector. Any of you guys have this in y'all's shop or garage just laying around? Hook me up. It goes to the multifunction switch on the left hand side with it mounted into the car, and that's what I need. I imagine it to be the same on all the neons because it's a multifunction switch. It should be the same across all of them. So guys got that, let me know. I'm gonna look online as well and try to find that, but I'm not gonna let that stop me entirely because we still got to make progress on this thing. I'm gonna focus back on the steering column. We're gonna get this put back together and get the key and the skim and all that put in, and we'll carry on with the mission. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so looking up underneath the steering column right here where the key, tumbler, carrier, and all that is, I don't know what you call it, the housing. You see how it's got the main body portion right there, and it's got 2 holes. That's for the cover, and I'll show you the internals of it. All right, so this is basically how this assembly is set up inside that housing. So you have that cover plate right here, which there's a spring that goes in between the two and it sandwiches down, and then you bolt it in place, and then this has a slot on that end where the tumbler would go into, and then this plastic rod right here, there's a hole in that end that accepts it. Slide that over, and that's basically what you have in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and put this thing in so we could go ahead and move on to bigger, better things. All right, so we're at the pull apart place in Amarillo, Texas. Got my son with me.
Hi.
He says he wants to start learning about cars. He's been watching a lot of YouTube channels, and he's developed a sudden interest in cars. So I took him along with me, and I'll start showing him things, you know. All right, here, hold this. Get this out real quick.
Two more.
All right. Success. Now we can get back to the SRT4 and make some stuff happen. You having fun with your daddy?
Yes.
Heck yeah. There you go.
Shitty spot load.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Whatever you gotta do, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to Heats.
You worked with Heath.
Yeah, no, I didn't work with them, friends with them, yeah.
You build the crazy ass fucking JDMs.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, this dude has some insane cars. Really, yeah. I have a 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Rally Art.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Makes the engine swap into it. Put a 4G63 in it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, those are the go-tos, man.
This is so jacked.
That hood's good, huh?
It's pre-production.
Oh, this is vented, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
They're gonna charge me $140 for the fender and the hood.
I can't beat that.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
They can do to stop me from
Sandpaper
taking it.
thing, coat. Should be a jerk car again.
Absolutely. I got hit by a 250 lifted, jacked, and everything in my brand new Mustang that I just bought at 40.
When I was in the military, man, I had a same generation GT Mustang. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, I have the
Yours a V6 or GT?
GT.
Yeah, there you go.
I traded it for.
All right, man. Well, it's good meeting you again, Harley.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your name?
Easy, Michael.
Michael. All right. Yeah, look me up, man. Import and modify.
I will.
Okay. All right, come up. Got 2 connectors. I noticed that each of them have a little bit of melting on the end, but seems to be common. It's all together. I got 2 of them just in case. And this little trim piece for the bottom of the dash, the gauges. The one I have is all painted up, so this one's all nice and factory. Not bad. All in all, $4. Yay. All right, guys, we're making great. Here we go. All right, guys, we're making great progress on this episode. I have my son today, and he's been showing interest in cars, and he's been watching Jimmy Oaks and Samet and all those famous guys, and he's kind of developed an interest. He's been, you know, hanging out with me. I watch stuff like that, and he's been playing video games and stuff like that, and starting to show an interest in cars and ask me to come along today. So, of course, I'm going to let him come along, you know what I mean? I really enjoy being able to show my son, or my daughter even, how to do these things, and that's cool. So when you become 15, you'll be able to pick out that cool car you want,
Yes.
and we can buy it. And it's going to be all chopped up and broken. And then we'll teach them how to fix it. So what did you learn how to do today?
I learned how to solder.
Cool. How many kids that are 10 years old know how to solder? Not many, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but very cool, man. So, I left the interior out because there's still more work that needs to be done. I like being able to lay around and crawl around in there. So leaving that the way it is for now. And we will carry on with the toys, getting that all installed. I still have to fix some wiring on the center console area. And once that toys and all that stuff is installed, we will be putting this all back together. But I did leave the connector. Oh, excuse me. I did leave this exposed because I don't know if I'm going to have to tap into any of these wires for the toys. So once we pull that harness out, we'll be able to look up schematics and everything. I'll develop a game plan, and then we'll tackle that. Speaking of the toys, man, what a come up, man. I totally was not aware that I had this stuff until I researched it. So that is definitely cool. Definitely a come up. And just to give you an idea of the steering wheel that was in there before. Yeah, man. This car was molested. Molested and chopped and hacked, and just totally on its way to the scrap yard. It was, had I not stopped and found this vehicle, it was sitting under a tree covered in bird shit. I knew what it was when I saw it. Had I not known that, I guarantee you this car would have already been in a junkyard. So very happy I was able to save this SRT4, and very happy the way it's turning out. And I just can't wait to get this thing together so we can take it on a rip. Before we take it on a rip, I can't even wait to start it. So anyway, cool deal, man. Had fun?
Yes.
You want to do more?
Yes.
Okay, cool deal. All right, that's all I got on this episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Noah?
Peace out.